Thanks so much for joining us for a special open mic program. And we have Tracy Byrd online with us right now. You know, there's many ways to describe Tracy Byrd, but unique, talented, and charismatic just seem to scratch the surface. However, there's one word that ties them all together and is true to their character. Tracy Byrd is real. Few people sing so honestly from their heart and soul. Tracy Byrd does so in just the right way, combining art, story, and song in perfect unison. And Tracy Byrd, thanks so much for taking time and talking with us.
Wow, Bob. I don't know if I can live up to all that.
Actually, I got that from the website at the Cave City Watermelon Festival. I said, wow, I mean, I've never seen them do that much introduction of someone, but you know.
I need to hire their writers, you know.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? This coming Saturday night, they canceled the Cave City Watermelon Festival. I was there for the first in 79. Bill Clinton flew in as governor back then. He had to do both watermelon festivals, one in southern Arkansas and Hope, a little small town down there. They have big watermelons, but the sweetest, everybody knows the best tasting is Cave City. And he flew the helicopter up here to be part of the Watermelon Festival. It was just great.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to tasting one of those Cave City watermelons. I've ate a lot of watermelon in my time, so I'm going to put it to the test.
Well, unfortunately I'm not sure how the numbers go, but we know that you were going to be here last year and they canceled because of COVID. So this is going to be a COVID party for sure. I was looking over your bio, and it's something that's really amazing, Tracy, is when you look down, you had a friend, and maybe it was friends, that coaxed you into singing a cover of Hank Williams' Your Cheating Heart at a local recording studio, and the owner was impressed, so much so that he entered you in a talent contest. Is this a true story?
Well, yes. Yes, it is. I was, already playing guitar and singing a little bit, but not, hadn't really considered going out and doing it publicly. I don't know if you remember, there was a company called Recording Studios of America, and they would set up in malls and shopping malls. And they had one in Parkdale Mall in Beaumont, Texas, where I'm from. And we were in there. Me and a buddy of mine were just out hanging out at the mall like kids do. And he said, "You ought to go in there and sing a song." And I was, "No, man," And anyway, he talked me into it. And they had like karaoke backing tracks. And the only two country songs that they really had on there that I cared about was That's the Way Love Goes and Your Cheating Heart. And so I did both of those, Your Cheating Heart by Hank Williams and That's the Way Love Goes, which is, an old Lefty Frizzell song that Haggard had a big hit on. And the lady who worked there, she was affiliated with a local Opry type show that they had at the Jefferson Theater in Beaumont once a month. And it was called the Charlie Pruitt Show. A local man named Charlie Pruitt hosted it, and they had a backup band. And she said, "Wow, you really sing good." She said, "Would you like to be on the Charlie Pruitt Show?" And I said, "Well, what is that?" And she explained to me. And so she said, "Well, you'll have to go audition for Charlie, And so I took my guitar a few weeks later and went and auditioned for Charlie and sang a few songs for him, and of course he loved me and asked me to be on the show, and I went out and did Folsom Prison Blues and Weary Blues from Waiting, which was another Hank Sr. song. I was big into Hank Sr. about that time. We got a standing ovation, but we hadn't rehearsed nothing but those two songs with the band. So Charlie said, "Do another one," and I said, "Well, we don't know another one." And so he said, "Well, do one of those again." So I did Folsom Prison Blues again. and that, I kind of always say they had to drag me on stage because I was terrified, and then they had to drag me off because I loved it so much. So that got it all started, and from that point, I really never, looked back. I put a band together shortly after that and started playing, any honky-tonk I could get into.
Now, what were you doing for a living back then? What did you do? What were you doing?
At that time, I was taking a full load in college at Lamar University there in Beaumont, and I was working at a furniture store 40 hours a week, and I kept doing that. I kept doing that for a long time. I tell my boys now, my kids and my daughter, but about how I worked 40 hours a week at the furniture store, took 12 hours at school, and then would go play 7 nights a week. I did that for about a year and a half before I finally quit the furniture store job, and subsequently dropped out of college too in my junior year, because by then I decided I wanted to, get a record deal, try to get a record deal, and thank goodness that worked out.
When you look at that, I mean, that's what most artists, that's a big bridge to step across, is when you're going full time and you don't want to give up your income, and that's a tough deal to do. I mean, that's a lot of hours.
Yeah, it is, but you're right. I mean, I was trying to fulfill, my obligation to my parents who were paying for my college and, really wanted me to finish school. And then I'm trying to chase my dream and at the same time trying to make, that 40 hours a week at the furniture store, which wasn't a lot of money, but it paid my gas and my insurance and my truck note. After a year and a half of working in clubs, the money got really good as far as just playing music. When it got to that point where I could make 3 times the money playing music that I was making at the furniture store, and I was killing myself, by keeping the furniture store. So I said, I got to give something up, and it ain't going to be the music, So I gave up the furniture business.
It's something that's going to happen this Saturday night. You're going to be performing at 8:30 at the Cave City Watermelon Festival at the City Park, which it's all free. And but one thing that they're doing with Sonic and KFFB, and they were teaming up for 3 couples going to have a meet and greet with you before the concert. And that's going to be a lot of fun for folks, too. And we're encouraging folks to come on out to Sonic. We'll be at Sonic in Batesville this Wednesday, 10 until 1. And then we'll be in Southside from 2 until 5 the same day. And then we will also be at the Sonic in Cave City from 1 to 4, kicking off the Cave City Water Festival. So they're going to be everywhere promoting you. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, go out and get you a foot long and a ocean water and maybe get to meet us on Saturday night.
It'll be great. Now let's talk about the Watermelon Crawl. That's such a tie-in to the Cave City Watermelon Festival. People were so excited about that. It was written by Buddy Brock and Zach Turner. Tell us how this came about, and it's just become almost an anthem for watermelon growers and people that eat watermelon like me.
Man, it really has. I've had a ton of hits, thank goodness, but, a lot of people would say Keeper of the Stars has to be your biggest song, but I have to say Keeper of the Stars probably runs just a close second to Watermelon Crawl. It is what people want to hear when they come to that show. It's what they start screaming out as soon as we start playing, and it doesn't matter if we're at a Watermelon Festival or just one of our other shows, and so it's great. I'm looking forward to Cave City, but it's not the first Watermelon Festival that I've played, because man, after that song was a hit, it seemed like every watermelon festival in the country wanted to book us, which is great. We love it, and the demo that was done on the song, which is the demo recording that the writers will do, was not anything really like the song ended up. I love the lyrics and the melody and the story and the comedy of it, but it needed a groove, and it didn't have the groove. And so we worked real hard in the studio to find the right groove that we found, But I knew it was a hit if we could find the right groove. I knew it was going to be a summertime song. I knew it was going to be that kind of song that people blared, out on the river or at the lake or the beach or wherever. And so I knew it couldn't be a mid-tempo, slow kind of song like it was on the demo. So we finally found the magic touch there and the guitar intro, and I felt pretty sure that we had something once we got that done. We did have something, and it's been great for my career for sure, and I still love singing it every night.
Tracy, thank you so much for taking time and gracing us with your interview today, and it's just been an awesome opportunity for folks to come see you. Free concert. All the concerts are free at the Watermelon Festival, and the Watermelon Feed. Everybody asks about the feast. That is on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Free watermelon for everybody, and it's all chilled, too. It's great.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to have me some of that.
Well, thanks again.
All right, Bubba. Thank you, man, and I look forward to seeing you.